Hi, my name's Meron and I work as a project manager here at BeyondHousing. I'm also a registered architect. I've worked in both large and small firms, mainly in Melbourne, but I've also spent several years in London as an architect and in Cardiff, Wales, in a very small, kind of boutique office. My day-to-day here at Beyond Housing is delivering projects. The more homes we can deliver, the more people that we can help. I'm very lucky that I've felt quite supported throughout my career. So even going back to my university days, I had this fantastic lecturer. Her name was Dr. Mariana Lovanoska, and she was this small but really fierce, fiery woman. And she was the head of our architecture design school. She was amazing to learn from. She used to push us and push our boundaries and tell us to really delve into the deep dive into issues about the community. And this really pushed us into really thinking about the way we were designing and how that was impacting, people, the environment. To me, she was one of my very early mentors. So I was very optimistic when I finished university and entered the workforce. I believed that if you worked really hard, you'd be afforded a lot of opportunity, no matter what your background or gender was. It wasn't until many years later that I noticed that my female colleagues and friends were not being promoted at the same rate that the males were. And this was across a number of different sectors. People were often changing career paths and they were generally being underrepresented in the profession, particularly at senior levels, at very high management levels. So I find now, though, that things are really starting to change. I've noticed that there's a really conscious effort to even out and reset that gender balance. Progression has been made, small little steps, but I still feel that we have a long way to go. Improving gender equality in the workplace, so making sure that there's equal opportunity for everyone, equal pay. And probably one of the most important things, I think, is making sure that there's diverse and really strong role models. So they could be male or female, but it is really nice for females to see other women in those really high senior leading positions that they can look up to and aspire to. So through mentorship programs, be those in the office or externally. I think it's really important to consider what we're building now, but also how those buildings and homes are used in the future. So today, affordable housing to me should seek to do more than simply just provide a space for living in. It should be not only affordable, it should incorporate sustainable features that reduce the cost of construction materials, but also reduce the cost of ongoing living costs to our tenants and clients. There could be other things incorporated too, technologies and innovations that help to empower residents to connect, to outside resources, but also creating community, connecting to the human and to the streets that they live in.